Hello, Airsofters, and welcome to another episode of the Jesse Hill Airsoft Corner. I know I haven't been around in a while, but the holiday season, just with everything happening, I just haven't had the time. I have been working at a local airsoft arena where I live here in Wichita, Kansas. But let's just jump right into it. Today I'm going to be doing something over a heavy weapon, one of my personal favorite weapons ever built. That being said, let's just jump right into it. Today we're going to be talking about one of my personal favorite grenade launchers. While a lot of people are very split between the 6-cylinder and the single shot, the breech loaders and all that sort of thing, I prefer the breech loaders just because of comfort and the practicality and a little lower profile. So I'm going to be doing the full metal, full wood King of Arms M79 grenade launcher. And it comes in a package just like this, but it's not in there right now. That's why I'm able to freehand it so well. Now, this gun weighs around 6 pounds. It's full wood construction, as you can tell, including the little rabbit ears, hence the name Thumper, because the sound, it looks like a rabbit on steroids. Well, anyway, just some quick information about the gas usage. You can use just about anything. You can use regular standard red gas or green gas. I use the King of Arms airsoft gas. It's pretty easy to get a hold of if you have a local airsoft place. It just depends. But I also found that unlike propane and airsoft gas, CO2 can pack a really hard punch. Now, that just depends on where you're playing. If you're playing in woods or someplace open, they could allow it, depending, but most places will only allow up to 350 FPS, and that is where gas comes in, because that'll keep it underneath 350 FPS. And it is a little disappointing, because there are a lot of really good guns out there that do shoot a little higher. It's just, unfortunately, a lot of people, for reasons, including state law and that sort of thing, and just the fact to keep them getting sued, they do that kind of stuff. But yeah, you'll use something like this. I'll be showing more shower shells in later episodes, different types. I'll be buying more, but this is a standard shower shell. This holds about 80 rounds, I believe. It's made by Eagle Force, or Force Eagle. But, see right here, as you put it in, the plunger hits it, and it releases all the gas, thus spraying a shower. Now, this is only effective up to about 50 feet. If you aim up a little higher, it could shower down on them. It just depends. Some people can be dishonest. If they just see a bunch of pellets, they could just count it as ricochet, but you just have to call the shots, pretty much. If you're playing with honest people, they'll call the hits. But I also got a pouch just like this at E-Bike. These are $100, I believe, for 6 of these shells, which is really good because they are full metal, heavy CNC. The one thing I can tell you about the maintenance is be careful. There are little ball bearings in here, and most grenade shells are very notorious for having those little ball bearings, which can make it very difficult for maintenance. So just a heads up, get some thick silicone oil to help keep those in place, because they will fall out, and it can be a pain, because I had to strip one apart the other day to reset it. So yeah, it'll come in one of these neat little 6-round pouches. These can be heavy. They have these little plastic straps on the back. I recommend you replace those with cloth straps, because it'll space out the weight a little better than the plastic ones. And the plastic ones can just break and shatter, whereas fabric takes a little more time to break down. So if anything, I recommend that you use lighter pellets. Lighter pellets are very useful for these because they'll travel a little bit further, they won't hit as hard, and they won't break. Like most airsofters, you'll find out that you'll have to use professional pellets, like these special ones right here, the heavier ones. But for this case, I would recommend that you use the more common, easier to get. There's nothing wrong with these if you use them in a grenade launcher. I can be straight up with you, as long as you don't use CO2. Now, the reason why I say that is CO2 takes what a grenade launcher already is dangerous. It's pretty much a large blunderbuss for the most part, unless you get the solid shells or the little rockets. But for the most part, I recommend that you use, if you're using standard gases like that you use the lighter pellet if the arena you are playing at allows it, or if you're just playing with your friends. Lighter pellets are a little more cheaper, they'll fly a little more true, and they'll go a little further. The heavier pellets are a little more expensive, so like I said, pick up a little bit of these if you're playing with your buddies, or if you're allowed to use them. Just don't put them in your carbines or your rifles or anything like that, because they are known to break when they hit you, so if that's just the one job. But if you're just showering somebody, these are easy to get rid of. They're really useful. There's nothing wrong with these smaller pellets if you're using them in a weaker, lower power airsoft gun. This one, that being said, is not a weak gun. It's just its purpose is different. It's a sweeper gun. Now, let's see. Moving on to that, let's get to the gun itself. Now, this, of course, is the King of Arms. It is a breech loader, like I said earlier, which means you open it up, and you can open it right up, and you can drop your shell inside, close it like so. This little latch right here, I'll show you again, stays open right there. As you close it, it locks back into place. Really neat thing. Now, I will tell you this. When I first got it, you have a selector switch that you used to be able to push down, and you can move this round and round to the side or to the side, depending if you have big sausage fingers or if you're wearing really thick gloves. Now, the problem is sometimes it'll come in a little loose. My problem was, as I was adjusting it, the spring came loose inside and shot it off. Luckily, I was able to find this to screw it back on, but the spring and stuff went into the wild blue yonder. So I recommend that you make sure this is always tight and always secure. Maybe even put some tape over it or something like that to hold it in. That'll really help. As you can tell, this is solid wood construction. It's got the little rings to hang a strap for your shoulder like this, or behind you, of course. It's also got a really comfortable thick rubber pad, really nice. It's also got the safety, which is standard on most of these here airsoft guns. Now, I will tell you this: this gun has a very heavy trigger pull. Because it's having to press a compressed plunger inside the gas grenade shell, you're going to have to pull it a little harder than normal, way harder than normal. I take that back, and it'll blast. It just depends on the shell, I guess. But the ones I have, it's a little heavier to pull. Okay, now we have these telescoping sights. A lot of people have said this is very useless, and I'd like to prove them wrong. Depending on what you're doing, what kind of shell you're using, this actually can be useful. If you're inside and you're using, like, let's say a rubber tip, a foam rocket, or maybe even one of those little koosh balls that you can load into these via a loudest grenade shell. Well, believe it or not, these can actually be useful for giving you the general sights. If you can see the guy and you can place him within that, you're definitely going to hit them. This will also really help you with range. Let's say this is the ceiling. It'll really just help you. You can find your own little signs to it. It is a little wobbly, but you can tighten it up. It's not too bad. But as for shower shells, it won't make much of a difference. It'll give you a good, area to see, a little sight picture going on, but you can do the same just with, looking down the old iron sights right here and here, as you can tell. But everything on this gun has its use. A lot of people say it wouldn't be useful at all, but I can tell you that's a load of crap. It is very useful. The gun looks nice. It's very one-to-one scale. Looks great. My problem is I can never get these stupid orange tips off for like movie films and all that sort of thing. But you never know. But overall, I'd have to give this one a 5 out of 5. The gun is very well built. Other than some user error, it's just fantastic. Now, grenade shells themselves have a lot of maintenance, resetting and making sure the bearings are okay and everything like that, keeping them lubricated, having to use gas for them, and using lots of pellets. But that's where the cheaper pellets come into play, depending on where you play. However, I will say this, this gun has done me well. It's definitely a good distraction device because of the sound it makes, the deep thump noise, the bloop. It's just a good gun overall. It works well. It does what it's supposed to. It's got a good weight to it. It's definitely intimidating with all my Juggernaut armor. Of course, it's definitely cool. But I'd recommend it. I got this one off of evike.com. It'll set you back about $220, depending, and they have plenty of coupons to make that cheaper. But I will tell you this: if you are going to be a grenadier in the line of combat or airsoft or whatever, I don't care. I will tell you this: it can get very expensive. The shells are very expensive. You can buy them single and just get destroyed on taxes. But if you can get them in bulk, please do. If you have the cash to drop, 1 or 2 isn't bad if you have it underslung, like a small breech loader underneath, like your M4 or something like that. But as far as going grenadier, it is not an easy thing to do simply because the finances aren't necessarily there. And I know half the people that play this game aren't going through the midlife crisis of trying to spend a lot of money as they can. But overall, it's a fantastic gun. She works great. It runs like a champ. It's built really well and very solid. Props to King of Arms. But I recommend it strongly. There are plenty of websites that offer, discounts and all sorts of coupons. If you simply just look for them or ask for them, I'm sure they will give them to you so that this could become a little more affordable. I know the grenade shells are crazy. But, yeah. So, like I said, really good gun, really great. Always remember, when you're playing, keep a gun condom on it, or a gun cover. What that does is it covers the barrel to make sure that you are not wanting to fire. That's important. I don't have it on simply because I'm doing a review. Also, when you're playing, I know I make this very clear in all mine. Keep your finger off the trigger. Make sure that it's never on there unless you're going to shoot while in game. It's just a good practice to have, even if you have real rifles. I'm sure you know that trigger control is key when you play. Always keep your finger away or just off it completely, unless you are on the field, let's say, mowing down your enemy. So, this is Jesse Hill's Airsoft Corner. I hope this was informative. I hope that this was able to help you guys. I know that I didn't shoot it at all, but I'll probably do that when the weather changes a little bit. As you know, gas is heavily affected by the colder temperatures, and right now it's going through winter around here, so, it happens. But I'll be trying to put out more videos on the more dynamic versions of grenade shells and how said grenade shells work. But we'll do that later. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. And please like the video.